This will be part B of the reading of The Eternal Stranger. Keep in mind I do ramble sometimes when I read stories. And like I said, I'll do a little bit more today, and then I probably won't do any more singing or reading for a while. Though, if anyone ever has any requests or suggestions, I'll at least consider those. But back to the story. A prison like an asylum is a mystery to all those but who work or live in one. The guard ushered me to a cell, almost identical to the ones we used for patients who required solitary confinement. OR was one of them. When the iron door groaned, no timid creaking in this place, I hoped I wouldn't go as mad as he. The only difference between his cloister and mine lacked padded walls. In here, mumbled old turnkey. Bed, piss pot, lantern, washstand, table, chair, paper, and pen. Barred window too. Guess which part it looks out on. He grinned, bearing rotten teeth. Aye, gallows yard, nice view, eh? I entered the cell without a word, but my captor kept talking. Sure could use a beer. Haven't had one in a fortnight. Failing that, cheap wine would do, but my pay's a pittance. Smiling once more, he said, start writing. They want a last confession from you, like from all dead men. That's why you get paper and pen. Goodbye, now. The guard pulled the door shut behind him, locked it. Goodbye indeed. Start writing. I had a week. Why begin now? I felt myself drawn to the window. Like those in every cell, it was barred, allowing the bare minimum of light and air to enter my cell. I considered myself lucky. Certain cells of the asylum lacked even this, contributing to a buildup of foul smells and fouler diseases. If my chamber pot were properly washed, or if I were given leave to wash it, I wouldn't suffer like most of the dangerous inmates did. I laughed. What stench to a corpse. Gallows yard, aside from possessing the obvious, lay bare, brown underneath an overcast sky. I thought myself lucky in another way. Compared to the obsolete Tyburn apparatus in England, which could hang 24 at a time, I'd get the honor of a singular execution. One man, one noose, one fate. See, I muttered to the chilly air, we're not such barbarians after all, having nothing to do but relieve myself. Asleep or write, I choose the pillow. Day 2, Thursday, November 12th, 1885. My jailer, who told me to call him Old Jake or Sir, brought my breakfast at 6 o'clock next day. Despite my surroundings, I remained a slave to old habits. I washed and dressed by then. My first thought upon waking was that I had to go to work. With one bite of late fall frost into my flesh, the presumption vanished. I was no longer a doctor, but a prisoner due to be hanged. Perhaps that's why I got bacon and eggs and not the usual jail fare or gruel. Well, I mean, they don't want you, to pass out from low blood sugar before they kill you. It's like, okay, we have here to be hanged, and he's too weak to walk. So... Or we're just trying to show some kindness, like, hey, you're about to die, maybe you'd like some good tasting food? Good day to you, said old Jake, handing over a plate and mug. Eat up. I thought this strange advice under the circumstances, then I recalled a patient, so despondent that he'd gone on a hunger strike in order to be released. The poor man hadn't earned his freedom, but several forced feedings instead. With the ghost of a smile, I thanked the man, then sighed as he slammed and barred the door. It was all well and good for him in order for me to eat. I'd found myself growing thin. Not bad, I said as I crunched a piece of bacon. Burnt, salvageable. Race makes better, but is she here? Of course, my mouth lifted in a smirk. After that, there was nothing to do but drink my mug of water, lay the dishes near the door, and take a constitutional. I don't know what that means. Is that a euphemism for taking a shit? Goose flesh prickled on my skin. I'd taken warmth in one's water closet for granted. A creature comfort forever you should enjoy. Here I'd be granted no such privilege. Legs and buttocks quivering as they touched the porcelain. I'd emptied my guts of their contents. Food became filth. How carelessly I disposed of good things in life. I thought of returning to bed and thought better of it. I wouldn't sleep all day. Thirsty. Drop the cap. Though my heavy eyes and heart cried out for more, I'd live before I died, no matter how many pleasures were denied me. I wouldn't pace up and down my cell either, as old Jake had demanded. I'd cede my soul. Sitting at the writing table, I put pen to paper with firm resolve, then found I could write absolutely nothing. Think, man, think. Don't start with Dr. Allerton, for God's sake. Start with her. My hand moved with its own cord, then stopped dead. Libra, right. Blot that out, fool. No one can know she's involved. I drowned her name into inky oblivion. The final confession of Martin Bollinger, Doctor of Psychiatry. Much better. As in the book of Genesis, I would begin at the beginning. I was born October 28th, Stuttgart, Germany in 1840. My parents, now deceased, were... What year is this now? Scroll real quick. As my phone struggles. Give me. I should probably avoid trying such long stories. Okay, 85, so the guy's 45 years old. I shall never see them again, whether here or there. All right, I said. Hard facts won't be adequate for this. This is my confession, not my autobiography. I'll bare my soul as well as scrub it clean, no matter the pain. I wonder what they think of me. As my phone won't scroll any lower. I wonder what they think of me alone in this place and slain to die. Mother would have strangled me as soon as she'd born me. But father, dear father, might have understood. When I was a young man about to leave for a foreign country and a foreign place of occupation, he warned me to prepare for war. He, who named me Martin. Spurred like a racehorse, I kept riding until lunchtime. Old Jake gave me a plate of ham and beans, a crusty roll, and another mug of water. I wonder if my meals would get better or worse as the week went on. But then he startled me. Old hag came in this morning. Brought some books for you and a monocle. Though it's spelled monocle, it looks like. Not. Ah, the dude mispronounced it. Okay, so brought some books for you and a monocle. 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 Molecule. How about that? In an absent tone, then. Wait, what old hag? That's what old hag sir to you, didn't give her name. Just said she knew you here. Probably read the paper and told me to have someone give you this. He handed over a bag bearing an aroma of a familiar house. Couldn't make head or tail of the titles. I'm no schoolboy. Well, at least you tried to read it, I guess. He gave a laugh and a face full of dental decayed breath. I mean, this is an age before toothpaste was invented, so I really wouldn't be surprised. The print's so tiny I couldn't read the books anyway. Even with the monocle? A donkey bray? Who'd suffer through garbage like this? Old Jake held up one of the volumes to show what he meant. Lathrop Nye, Teacher and Professor, by L. Wright. Never heard of the fellow. Then again, I never studied past 6th grade. I had to remind myself to breathe. Never mind, sir, thank you. You're welcome. Dirk replied, then snorted, put you right to sleep, they will. Ignoring my lunch, I read the other titles. Merits of Identification versus Alienation by L. Wright. Calibration of Chaotic Scales and Balances by L. Wright. My cell door slammed. The book's names baffled me. Who was Lathrop Nye? His name made me feel a twinge of pain in my right temple. The second title made no sense at all. And as the author we're talking about, and the phone logged me out. Why does it do that? Why does the creepypasta website is it just because I'm reading it on my phone? Oh well, I guess we're stopping there for now. I'll resume after I have a bite to eat and maybe watch a little bit of a Let's Play. Okay.